So when your child's at school and these kids are coming home and you're really not seeing behavior reports, but then they come into the house and then they actually literally have a meltdown. A lot of these kids, what happens is they can suppress some of the stress that they get from all the multi-sensory approaches. They're challenged. They're doing a great job of basically understanding social peers that they don't want to really have these reactions. And then they come home and they have these meltdowns. Really, the question is really what's going on. And it's actually, home is a safe space for a lot of these kids where they can actually emotionally let things go. And you start to see that where these kids come home and they start having meltdowns. And it's because at school, they didn't really want to actually have the meltdown because they can actually suppress themselves. But then when they get home, it just all comes out. Home is a very safe space for these kids. Many parents tell me their child is perfectly fine at school, and the moment they come home, everything basically just lets loose. Think about the typical demands that a school day involves. You have other kids basically, maybe clicking pens. You have the kid being challenged, maybe learning tasks that maybe they feel uncomfortable with. You have situational changes, changing classrooms, changing different environments. And then just the demand of basically trying to learn when maybe something's going on with these kids. Even when they seem calm on the outside, their brain is working incredibly hard in the inside. Hours of learning, listening, and following rules. Navigating friendships, managing disappointments, and handling sensory input. Emotional regulation, really the brain needs to feel safe. So the safer the brain feels, the better that it can self-regulate. And another thing is that the better that these kids' balance is, the better that the brain can basically deal with being anger or being agitated, and then the brain can self-regulate itself. So you really need both sides of the brain with a calm brain, and you also need very good balance to self-regulate. By the end of the day, these kids are emotionally and mentally exhausted. When they walk through the front door, home is the safe space. This is the place where they don't have to hold everything in anymore. So there's a part of the brain that deals with how the brain inhibits itself. And when these kids get overwhelmed, maybe they're anger or maybe they're agitated, they've been overly stimulated, you see that they can't self-regulate themselves. So maybe they're stimming, they're biting, they're crying, maybe spitting, clawing. And really what it is that the brain just got overstimulated and it can't self-regulate itself. It can't push the stop button. So parents, try to offer connection before correction. A hug, a favorite snack, and a few quiet moments together. Because sometimes after school, a kid doesn't need instructions, but connection. When children feel safe, they can let their emotions out. While that can be hard to witness, it can also be a sign of trust. While that's a hard thing to witness, it's a sign of trust, not defiance.